So we're here today, like we've done every year for almost 30 years now, to make a donation to the Close-Up program to the local high schools that send kids to the program. First off, I want to thank the people that have come out today. They're the real heroes here, educators. I work with our high school kids who always need a lot of guidance and a lot of patience, and I see familiar faces. These are most of the folks here, people that dedicated a lifetime to educating our local students. So I do want to thank you all for that. Very excited that y'all also make the extra effort to send a group of kids to Close-Up every year. So this is something we do. Even in this, this year hadn't been the best year for everybody, so I'm glad the program is still going forward. And we're more than excited to hand out or make the donations this year. So with that being said, I'll go through and get everyone their donation. So I got Vanderbilt Catholic High School, South Terrebonne High School. They keep them somewhat order. Nope, we're almost headed. H.L. Bourgeois, correct. And Terrebonne High School. Terrebonne, yep, I know that, Marty. And then Ellender High School. So again, thank you all for all that you do for our local students. I'm very happy to see y'all are still participating in and doing the Close-Up program. I'm sure this year, more than any others, the students are going to be glad to get away and have a little break. So thank y'all for all you do with the students, and again, we're glad that we can help out.
Doug Hamilton, Vanderbilt Catholic. I just want to say thank you to St. Martin and Bourque for supporting us all these many years, and we look forward to a future partnership.
Blaze Pellegrin, South Terrebonne High School. I'd also like to thank them very much for all their help and support throughout the years.
Justin T. Ward from H.L. Bourgeois. I also want to say thank you to St. Martin and Bourque for supporting our kids and paving the way for the future generation.
John Haslett, Ellender High School. Also want to say thank you for the donation to help these kids at Close-Up.
Marty Collins, Terrebonne High School. 40 years ago, Chuck Bourque and I went on this trip to Close-Up, and it's a life-changing trip for these kids. So I appreciate St. Martin and Bourque giving us some money so that we can help these kids get to Washington. This is Close-Up's 50th year, and they have sent over 1 million students to Washington, D.C. We call it a living classroom because they get to see firsthand government at work, meet with their congressional leaders from our state, get a behind-the-scenes tour of our beautiful capital, the city, all the monuments, the museums, that for the average visitor, these things are free in that city, but to send a high school kid there, it's a really life-changing event for them.
It's great for the kids to get out there, see a lot of monuments, and I know for my kids, a lot of them have never left this area, so being able to go to Washington, D.C. and see the Capitol and get out, it's a big experience for them, and the kids I've brought in the past have really enjoyed it, and they want to go back on their own whenever they can, so it's a good experience for these kids to learn about the stuff in this area.
I'm a strong believer in travel for the kids because I really think that this is going to be for a lot of them the first time that they get a chance to be independent. A lot of them have never traveled before, but they've definitely never traveled without their parents. So this is an opportunity for them to be big boys and big girls several hundred miles away, to experience things as young adults that they are, and to kind of make decisions for themselves and leave it with the feeling of maturity, and they have that feeling of adulthood in them.
The Close-Up program provides our students with an opportunity to go there as tourists, but then they come back as citizens. They really get to see how our government works, and firsthand they get to meet our different representatives and really get to see how it all unfolds.
As an alum of Close-Up myself, one of the things I can speak of and speak to are the fact that the students get to room with other students from other states, and that's one of the biggest feedbacks I always get as a Close-Up teacher. Is like, hey, coach, I got to spend time with people from Minnesota or Wisconsin or all over the country. So that's a big experience that students come back with as they return. Those are the stories that I hear.
In 1971, when Close-Up was formed, Senator Alan Ellender of Houma was one of the key people involved with writing the legislation for Close-Up. He always liked to see a lot of young people go to the Capitol and tour the city. So Close-Up names their fellowship, their scholarship they give to help some students pay for the trip after Senator Alan Ellender from Houma, Louisiana.